Hello students, myself Muthura Jayanti, working as assistant professor in the Department of Mechanical Engineering at Vidyavardhaka College of Engineering, Mysuru. Now I will explain you people about the transient conduction. What do you mean by the transient conduction? Here the variation of temperature with respect to the time, it is not zero. That means the temperature is not constant. The temperature will be vary with respect to the time. As the time varies, the temperature also varies. In the steady state conduction, what will happen? The at particular when it is reaches the steady state at a particular state, the temperature will become constant. When the temperature will become constant, the amount of heat energy dissipated or transferring from in system or into the system, it will be constant. When the differentiation of a constant with respect to any variable x variable, then it will become zero. That is what we so called as the steady state. But here it is not constant. Then the differentiation of that variable with respect to any independent variable, it will be not constant, it will be not is equal to zero. Therefore, in any body, the heat will be transferred from one point to the another point. That is, fluid will transfer the heat energy from here to here. Therefore, this is the body temperature B. This is the ambient temperature, where your ambient temperature is greater than the body temperature. But here also the same thing. We have the heat transfer. This is the kind of heat transfer that we got. That is T ambient temperature with respect to the time. Therefore, heat transfer H is equal to Q divided by A into T ambient minus T temperature. And also you want to note on the certain properties of the material. The properties of the material: volume, geometrical property, density, temperature. You will have the kinematic viscosity, dynamic viscosity, different parts will come. And also here you will come across with some properties of the fluid. Very importantly, alpha of this particular body, that alpha it is equal to mu rho Cp divided by K. This is what we so called as the thermal expansion coefficient of this particular body, where you have the transient conduction, where your temperature will be the function of time. It is the example of the transient conduction, or the application of the transient conduction, are your heat treatment process. Very good example is heat treatment process. And other example of your transient conduction are sometime you can consider the refrigeration also the transient conduction. Therefore, this is the equation. So you are already derived this equation. Minus, this is supposed to be the minus Bi F naught. What are these things? Let me explain. So from the hot body to from the body to outside, the heat is transferring. Fluid, LC, okay, volume by area. What is LC? Characteristic length you want to take. Volume divided by area you have to take. Therefore, this is the fluid. The fluid will have the properties mu, rho, K, and you have the very important properties. All these are the very important properties. Specific heat of the heat also very important. And also the hot body, the solid body. The hot body is supposed to be solid body. Okay, this is supposed to be the solid body. This is the experimental setup in our college. How it will works? Let me tell you. Heat the oil bath. We will heat the oil bath. After heating the oil bath, it is reaches the certain amount of the some temperature. Let me tell you, 110 degrees Celsius. After that, I will keep the specimen. When I keep the specimen here, heat is transferring directly from the oil to the specimen. That is heating process. I will write a tabular column like this. Here I will put the time, because temperature will vary with respect to the time. At the interval of 0 to 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, like this I will go on calculate the time up to 400 seconds. At that particular point, whatever the temperature, that is connected to a thermocouple, not on the temperature. Okay, it will go on like this. Now what will happen? Let me explain this one. This is the solid body, fluid. This is the fluid film. This portion is fluid film. The fluid film is there in between the solid body and then fluid. That's why the solid body temperature S, the fluid temperature, let me write the T naught. I will take this oil temperature and the solid temperature as T naught plus Ts divided by 2. At what temperature time you want to take? At 0 second you take the temperature and note down there here, and then film temperature you note down. What is the film temperature of the fluid? Fluid is that oil in SAE oil, SAE 40. In heat transfer data handbook you have this one, SAE 40, Society of Automotive Engineer 40, the grade. Here you want to take the properties at that particular temperature, rho, nu, K. All these properties you want to note down. Once you note down all these properties, you want to prepare the Grashof number. The Grashof number, it should be like L cube beta G delta S. Delta T means this temperature minus this temperature, because heat is transferring from here to here means T naught. This is T surface temperature. Therefore, you want to note down T naught minus Ts divided by nu square. Then you got the Grashof number. After getting the Grashof number, you want to get the Prandtl. Here also you want to note another important property, Prandtl number. Grashof number and Prandtl number you take. At the Prandtl number and Grashof number, you have the Nusselt number will be function of Grashof number comma Prandtl number. After Grashof number and Prandtl number, you will have the Nusselt number. This one, after this one, you will have the Nusselt number is equal to Nu is equal to H LC divided by K. What is this LC? LC is your characteristic length. That is L into radius divided by 2 times of L plus radius. This characteristic length. Already I told you people that LC is equal to volume divided by area. After solving this one, you will get this equation. Therefore, characteristic length. This is how you want to do the experiment. Biot number, you know, internal conductive thermal resistance to the surface convective thermal resistance. Biot number, it is equal to V divided by A. This one you will solve, and then this will be finally HLC divided by K. This Biot number in your experiment, it will be fall below the 0.01. Then it will be so called as the lumped system. That means the internal thermal resistance is negligible compared to the external convective heat transfer resistance. Here already I told you people that a solid body means internally you have the thermal conductivity resistance will be there. Here external thermal conductive resistance, conductance. So heat is transferring from inside to the outside, or outside to the inside. But you have a small thin film layer. Okay, here you will have the convection H. So here you will have the conductance resistance, that is L by Ka divided. This is 1 upon Ha. Therefore, L by Ka is less than 1 divided by Ha. That is the meaning of the lumped system. In examination, in theory exam also, they will ask you the internal thermal resistance and the external thermal resistance, they will calculate. Fourier number, it is known as ratio of rate of heat conduction divided by rate of thermal energy storage in the solid system. Finally, you will get the answer, that is alpha T divided by LC square. Alpha T divided by LC square. Okay. Next, this is the experimental setup. This is the oil. This is the thing. And then you will keep the specimen inside the oil bath. And then heat is transferring from the oil to the specimen. And then you will note down the temperatures here. Okay. And this is for cooling. What you will do for the natural convection, don't take the forced convection, don't just neglect this fan. Heated specimen you will keep in the open air, and then measure the air temperature and then this temperature as per the table. In the oil, you will have the oil bath. In the top view you can see like this. The specimen will be like this. Observation. Specimen material. The specimen, we have the Vidyavardhaka Engineering College, we have the specimen, it is 40 mm. Specimen material is either the aluminum or copper you will take. The diameter is 40 mm. Length of the specimen is 40 mm. Therefore, characteristic length you will get. As per our knowledge, the characteristic length will comes around 0.0266 meter. the characteristic length well will come. That you want to note down the specimen, thermal conductivity, alpha, all these things you want to note down. Initial temperature, everything. See, this is the tabular column. It is given 0, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, so on you will go. At particular point, like at 240 second, at 240 second, what is the temperature you will note down? Temperature experimental. Okay. After this theoretical calculation you can do. The calculation will be Nusselt number, heat transfer coefficient. These things you want to do. So theoretical value will be like this: Ti minus Ti divided by e to the power of minus HLC divided by K into alpha T. For cooling you want to do this one. You note down all these values. Find the value of Grashof number. Go to the equation, this one. Go to this equation. Get the value of heat transfer coefficient H in terms of watt per meter square Kelvin. This is the tabular column, standard tabular column. One side it is there for heating. This is for cooling. Okay, this is for heating. This is for cooling. Okay, 0, 40, like this, go and then do this one. Note on the value. I told you people, at 240 you will get a 78 degree Celsius temperature. Same thing you can calculate by using this equation. Okay, you can do this equation. This is the tabular column. If you want, you note down. Tabular column heating of the specimen. You want to note on this one. Go and do the calculation like this. Go and do. Take the values of rho, mu and all alpha value, everything you took. Sorry, not alpha value. Rho, mu, Cp, all these things you can get it from the data handbook for SAE 40, and then theoretical value you can get heat expansion coefficient of the specimen, not the this one thing. Okay, so the expansion coefficient of the specimen, not the oil. You put the values and then you will get the HLC divided by K. This is the thermal conductivity of the specimen. Copper I wrote here. For heating you want to write the copper. Thermal conductivity of the copper you want to write minus. This is your experimental setup. H value you got, Biot number, Fourier number you got. At a temperature T, what is the theoretical temperature you want to note down. That's all. Viva questions, result tabular column, Viva questions. Thank you one and all.